Alright guys, jumping into the tournament for Elixir and Golden Arm. We are in round 2. We're going against the Kilika Beast. Ronso Fangs taking on the Guado Gories. We are just seeing if we can come out on top, and yeah, it should be a good time. We cannot tech copy. Okay, I was trying to think like, how many techniques can we learn? And then I realized they are all level 99, and we are not learning any techniques from this team. Original Aurochs, level 99, very, very tough to, you know. At level 99, anyone, when you're like level 60s, is going to be nearly impossible to learn techniques from. Yeah, so you got Letty here. So this is like the deciding moment. We talked about this previously, but what happens occasionally is they just pass right to Waka. Waka scores, and then we have to play catch up, or Waka does something really dumb and he just passes it. I can't believe he did that right. I was like, okay. I mean, Dotto's not a bad pass, so Dotto can definitely score, of course, and he's scored tons of times, but he's a lot less likely to score because what happens is sometimes they shoot from like midfield, and he's got significantly less pass than or less shoot than Waka. So I think it's definitely better for us when Dotto's shooting, but then Dotto passes it. Like, this is kind of the, I mean, this really is, it's like the downfall of the AI. It just makes very, very interesting decisions, we'll say, and then you just kind of gotta, I don't know, you just gotta like scratch your head, like, why are we doing this? Like, why would you take that action? And then you just, you know, you never really get an answer, you just kind of accept it. So Jasu claims the ball. We probably could have pushed more aggressively there, because we could have taken the tackle from Jasu and then just had Iskin shoot from, you know, inches away, just like right at the goal, nothing stopping him, all freedom. Like, he could have probably done that, but we did not do it that time. It's not a big deal, because as you see here, we're about to do the same thing anyways. Like, it's not going to be a problem, and we're probably also going to knock out Waka. Yeah, this is looking bad, because we can shoot from anywhere in the world if Iskin's the one shooting, and then have no issue making it. I mean, they have no goalie. It's, you know, what are you gonna do? What could they possibly do against our power? I mean, they could have, you know, they could always score after this. I don't know. I still think that favors us, because we're not playing catch up. They're playing catch up. You know, it's the situation where even if they score, they're probably not going to time their shots appropriately. So we can, like think about it like this. So they score here maybe, and like, sure, whatever, it happens. But then we just time our shot until the end of the round, and then we end it 2-1 going into the second half. So, I mean, it just feels like we're already in a good spot. I mean, you know, who knows? Maybe we do just get like absolutely shut down, but I kind of doubt it. And it looks like Dotto is actually going to be the one shut down. Let's push on Waka here. I think Deem has an app pass. I'm not really sure. I actually don't remember, honestly. Let's see what we can do. Oh, it's looking grim if this goes active. They have no forwards. The Besaid Aurochs offense has been canceled. There's no way that they can come back. I mean, they could wake them up, I suppose, but this is going to be very tough for them to fight back from. And even if they wake them up, I mean, likely chances we get the ball back. And the pass probably isn't going to make it to Dotto. I mean, it could if we don't touch it, of course, but no, looks like we are able to get it. Now, this is actually difficult, because as you guys saw, Iskin's shoot was halved. So now this is like, oh, I meant to do the nap pass. I'm not punished for it, but I'm also not rewarded. So, you know, somewhere in the middle there. We've got to push really aggressively up here, because Larbite's not going to wake up in time. And, you know, Iskin, he's half shoot. Like, there's no, it's more unlikely for him to score now. Hope it doesn't matter. We do get 2-0. That's actually crazy. 34 shoot against 39 catch, and we made it happen. Kiba really doesn't become very good. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I thought he would, but this is he really isn't that good. I don't know. He just feels like he should be a little bit better. I mean, he does have the 99 shoot, so that's cool. And he's slower for some reason. Starts with like 54 speed, then knocks down to 53 at the higher levels. And you're just kind of like, it's a little bit confusing, but you just kind of accept it. But yeah, Kilika levels up, level 63 with more endurance, pass, block, HP. I actually didn't check how much experience we have. So, I mean, honestly, it still looks like we're about halfway. Because we need 8,000 experience. The key thing, like I mentioned it before, but we need to look at the actual experience amount we have rather than the actual like level we're at, because it really does make a difference. Like legitimately, it's, you know, it's 8,000 experience to get 99 pretty much, and you know, if we have 3,000, even if we're like level 70, we still have 5,000 more experience to get to level 99. Honestly, I think it might actually be like 7,800 something, but I don't remember the exact amount. I should know because I've done it like 40 times now with each player, but it always like slips my mind on what the exact accurate, like this is how much you need for this. I mean, in general, it doesn't really matter though for us, because like we're not aggressively like looking at that number. We're mostly just doing the thing that'll get us there. Like we're passing, we're playing with the lower level goalies and stuff like that, but we're not aggressively like, all right, this is where we're at, we need to be here by this time. It's just, you know, like obsessing about that number doesn't make you go faster. So it's like there's no reason to. You just keep on playing Blitzball and, you know, seeing how the game plays. It is interesting because I think I mean, we're definitely getting to the point where we can kind of fulfill one idea of what these journeys are supposed to be, which is we can differentiate between teams and where they are at the time that we played them. Because one of the goals was, you know, you kind of, I feel like the original teams don't get a lot of play, and I know that sounds literally insane, but hear me out. So the reason I feel like they don't get a lot of play is very frequently the AI just kind of dumps their team for random players, and this is like, you know, this is what it would be like if the teams stuck together, if the Kilika Beasts as a unit were like, we are the Kilika Beasts, and that does not change. So it's kind of cool to, like, you know, see that play out and all that stuff. And then, like I said previously, like we're able to also see like where each team, you know, has their strengths, their weaknesses, and at what point do they fall off. I mean, do they even become good? Looking at you, Luka goers. I don't know. They were never like, the Luka goers have like very critical flaws, and it's really the fact that their stats drop off pretty quickly. I feel mostly. I mean, I'm trying to think of the actual number, but I think it's like single digits sometimes. Like their stats aren't crazy. I mean, even starting out, other teams are better. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, I would argue if the storyline game was, okay, this might, I might have to look this up to back this up, but I would argue that starting off against the Albert Sykes in the storyline game would be much harder. Mostly because the forwards are decent and the goalie's insane. And I think the default Albert Sykes are just a better team than the Luka goers starting out. And then I think the Guado Glories would also be hard to face, but that's for a completely different reason. I think if you were going to replace the storyline game and make them the Guado Glories, I think the only reason that would be a little bit harder is because people who have never played Blitzball before would, like, suddenly have to deal with a team that's faster than them and just catches them all the time, and it would inherently feel like a bad time, I think, for those players. Do I have tackle slip on this skin? I actually don't remember. But yeah, like I think that's the only issue with like the Guado Gories being the storyline team. And then Kilika Beasts, of course, cannot be the storyline team because they are very, very bad early on. Like level 1, all level 1 Kilika Beasts are very poor. I mean, I don't think you can get all level 1 Kilika Beasts though, because doesn't Kilika start at like level 7 or something? which actually begs the question: if we save edit one of the Kilika beasts that start at like level 7 or whatever, to level 1, like what does that look like? Like what stats do they have? Do they just have the same ones? I'll check that out probably because that'll be interesting. I mean, hitting the gold mine, of course, would be like all the stats just break, or it's just like level 1 Kolikin has like 84 shoot, and you're like, what does that mean? Why is this a thing? Like it could be cool because not all players start at a level 1, if I'm not mistaken. Because I mean it's rare, it's very rare, but a few players start out at a higher level. I think Tidus as well, like he has this weird thing where, and maybe it's just me, maybe I broke the game by save editing, but if I factory reset, no, if I reset my save, he starts at level 2 instead of level 1. So that is a little bit odd because he should start at level 1 if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I played the storyline game for the Luka goers, like facing the Luka goers. Like I've pretty much only been playing Blitzball, like save edited for a long time now. But yeah, we'll check that out, see what's going on. It'll be interesting because we could just discover something new or nothing at all. I think I was talking about this in the subreddit for Final Fantasy or something like that. I forget if it was the Final Fantasy subreddit or like the Final Fantasy X subreddit or whatever it was, But I do still think there are things to discover in Final Fantasy X. I think this is, I think a lot of stuff has been found, but there's still stuff, beyond that we could, figure out and have a good time with. Anyways, looks like Voyager leveled up, more endurance, pass, shoot, block, HP. Gotta love it, level 64. And we've taken out the Kilika beasts again. It feels like we always face them. Like they always win enough to see us. So that is interesting. I might need to go back and see how often they've won. And if it's 100% of the time, then maybe these tournaments aren't random. Maybe these games aren't random. Maybe there is an actual logic behind one team beats the other. Who knows, right? Anyways, we 5-1 them. And then Guadogori's win against the Fangs 3-2. Not too bad. Cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.